Will you come to my funeral? Sus, will you come to my funeral?
Funeral?
Will you come? I saved the spot in Lokoja. There's a vestry there. It's perfect for what we...
Enough. How are you doing this to yourself?
Why won't you let me stay?
Obviously, the luxury you still have, it doesn't exist here.
Everything else feels like a waste of time. I don't want to go back.
You need to snap out of this.
I can't.
It wasn't your fault.
I failed you.
No. No, you didn't. Doesn't matter anymore.
Babe, is there something you're not telling me? You don't want me to stay.
If I could love you always and forever, it still wouldn't have been long enough.
Could have. So you don't love me anymore.
Stop. You are my meaning.
Everything else feels so small when I leave here. I don't know why.
Maybe because you're just larger than life that everything else seems tiny.
Then let me stay with you.
I don't want you to leave, baby. I don't want you to leave. The only thing better than going to bed with you is waking up with you. But this has to stop. It's almost morning and you need to go.
Will you ever forgive me?
I wasn't offended.
I don't believe it.
What do you believe?
I don't know anymore. What do you want me to believe?
I want you to believe me.
Or you don't want me to stay?
Because I love you.
I don't understand.
You do.
Don't.
You do.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't! I'm sorry I raised my voice.
Look at those beautiful eyes. It still melts me.
Really? Also, as if you let me take this, then we can be together again forever.
Forever is too long for you not to experience the love that is waiting for you out there. You need to move on. There's another love waiting for you out there.
But that love won't be you.
I'm dead, Matthew. You need to wake up.
What was the last thing he said to you before he died? The memories of his final days aren't so clear anymore.
Could it be that you're trying to block it all out?
Would that be wrong?
Let's leave that. You said his mother used to say hurtful things to him.
She called him my wife. Can you imagine?
Why would she think that?
He didn't have a stable job. He wasn't working. And we were fine, really. I just had to take control of things.
When did this rule change?
What do you mean?
When did you start controlling things?
Oh, that. I had always been the breadwinner. I had always earned more than him. And it wasn't an issue. My husband wasn't the regular traditional gender role fanatic. And we were fine, really.
It wasn't, or you just never mentioned it?
What do you think?
Perhaps his mother was his mouthpiece.
I respected him. I never made him feel less of himself. What belongs to me belongs to him also, and vice versa.
Would he have said the same if he was alive?
Whose side are you on?
How could I pick a side when the other party is not here to defend himself?
So you don't believe me?
Can I ask you a question? Do you think you had a hand in his death? Do you think you could have covered him?
They had someone follow me.
Why would you think that?
I know that someone followed me.
So your in-laws had someone follow you?
Ex. It all started when we had a fight over the house. I bought the house. They can't take it away from me.
So it is your house?
Yes.
I respected him. I never made him feel less of himself. Everything I had was his and vice versa. Those were your words.
Will you come to my funeral? Will you come to my funeral?
Funeral.
Will you come to my funeral?
I think
I got a spot saved in Lokoja. And there's this birch tree next to it.
enough. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Why don't you want me here?
Obviously because the luxury you still have doesn't exist here.
Without you, it makes no sense. I don't want to go back.
I told you to snap out of it.
I can't.
It wasn't your fault.
I failed you.
No, you didn't. It doesn't matter anymore.
I don't want to go back. Babe, is there something you're not telling me? Babe, talk to me. What's wrong? You don't want me here?
I could have loved you always and forever. And it still wouldn't have been enough time.
You could? You don't love me anymore?
can't stop. You're my meaning.
Every time I leave here, everything seems small. I don't know why.
Maybe because you're larger than life and everything else feels tiny.
Then let me stay with you.
Baby, I don't want you to leave. The only thing better than spending the night with you is waking right next to you every day. But this has to stop. It's almost morning. You have to go.
Will you ever forgive me?
I was never offended.
I don't believe you.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't!
Sorry, darling.
I'm sorry for yelling. I'm so sorry.
Look at those eyes. They still melt me.
Really? Then let me take this and we'll be together again forever.
And forever is too long for you not to experience the love that awaits you out there. Baby, you need to move on. Give love a chance again.
But that love is not you.
I'm dead, Matthew. You need to wake up.
Coach, he was playing really well. What was I supposed to do?
We're kicking you out of the Lagos Open.
What? No, coach, please. You can't do that.
And we might also have to kick you out of South African Open. Well, if you keep playing like this, what's the essence?
Because I'm just rusty. It's a confidence thing.
Then fix the confidence. I'm not going to do that for
No
you.
one is asking you to do that for me, coach.
Oh, yes, you do. When you keep giving this performance week in, week out. Come on, I would have killed to have your recovery. Yes, when I was still active I would have stabbed an old man or even an old woman to have your kind of recovery. Huh? What do you want me to do to get you back on track? Tell me. What do you want me to do? You have to fix yourself. No one's going to do it for you. To get what you don't have, you have to do what you've not done.
Can't you see that I'm trying?
You are not trying hard enough. Huh? Oh, you are sulking. You want me to pity you? No, you have to win games. Huh?
Do you even have a heart?
Oh, don't you play that card. We both know that I have your best interest.
If you do, you will cut me some fucking slack.
You pay me to win games, not to cut you some slack. Well, I know you've been through some things in the past and it's like an avalanche. But tell me, how long are you going to keep being there?
As long as it takes me to heal. Yes.
And how long is that going to be? When you keep dining with the same situation that got you there? Oh my God. You have to fix yourself. Huh? The world isn't waiting for you.
Will you come to my funeral? Will you come to my My funeral.
Funeral.
Will you come to my funeral?
I think you...
I have a plot saved at Lokoja. And there's this beautiful birch tree next to...
Enough! Why are you doing this to yourself?
Why don't you want me to stay?
Obviously because what you experienced that doesn't exist here.
Without you, it's a waste of time.
I need you to snap out of it.
I can't.
It wasn't your fault.
I failed you.
No, you didn't. It doesn't matter anymore.
I don't want to go back. Is there something you're not telling me? You don't want me to stay? You don't want me here?
I could have loved you always and forever, and it still won't be long enough.
You could have. Means you don't love me anymore?
I can't stop. You are my Minnie.
Every time I go back, it just... everything just feels so small.
Maybe you're just larger than life, that everything feels tiny.
Then let me stay.
Baby, I don't want you to leave. The only thing better than spending the night with you is waking up to you. But this has to stop. It's morning, you need to go.
Will you ever forgive me?
I was never offended.
I don't believe you.
What do you believe?
I don't know what to believe.
I want you to believe me.
Why you don't want me to stay?
Because I love you.
I don't understand.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I'm so sorry.
Look at those eyes. They still melt me.
Really? You know, if you let me take this, we could be together again forever.
Forever is too long for you not to experience love again. There's someone out there waiting and ready to love you again.
That love isn't you.
I'm dead, Matsi. You need to wake up.
Do you remember the last thing he said to you before he died?
The memories of his final words aren't so clear anymore. I do not remember.
Are you trying to block the feelings and the emotions?
Is that wrong?
No, not really. The last time you made mention of something, you talked about something his mom said to him that hurt him. What was that?
She called him my wife. Can you imagine?
Why would she say something like that?
He never really had a stable job. He was not employed. But we were okay, and just that I was in control.
When did the gender roles take place?
Sorry?
When did you start to be in control?
Oh, that. I had always been the breadwinner, always earned much more than him, and we never had an issue. As a matter of fact, He was not the traditional gender role fanatic, and we were fine.
Are you sure you two of you were fine? Or we just decided not to ever bring it up?
What do you think?
Maybe his mom was his mouthpiece.
I respected him well enough. I didn't treat him any less. Whatever I have is his and vice versa.
Do you think he thought otherwise?
Whose side are you on?
How can I pick a side when I can't even hear his own side of the story?
So you do not believe me?
Can I ask you a question, madam? Do you think you're the reason why he died? Do you blame yourself for being the reason why he died? Do you wish you had him covered? Do you?
I was being followed.
How do you know you were being followed?
Because I know when I'm being followed.
So you're saying that your in-laws hired someone...
Ex-in-laws. The fight started after I bought the property. I bought the house. It's mine and they can't take it away from me.
The house is yours.
Yes, it is.
And you said you love him, you care about him, and you respect him. And what is yours is his, and vice versa. Those were your words.
It was really good. What could I have done?
We're taking you out of the Lagos Open.
What? You can't do that.
We may also be taking you out of the South African Open. If this is how you're going to play, then there's no need.
I'm just rusty. It's a confidence thing.
Then you fucking build your confidence. Nobody's going to do that for you.
I'm not asking you to do it for me.
That's how you play. I would have actually killed to have the kind of recovery you had. I would have literally stabbed someone, a child, an old woman. What do you want us to do to get you back on track? Clem, what do you want me to do? Look, you need to fix yourself. Nobody's going to do that for you. To get what you want, you have to do what you've never done.
How are you not seeing that I'm trying?
You're not trying enough. You sit down there sulking, expecting me to pity you. But no, we need to win games.
Do you even have a heart?
You're not going to play that card with me. You know that I have your best interest at heart.
If you did, you'd cut me some slack. Abi?
Do you pay me to cut you some fucking slack? You pay me to help you win games. I know you have a lot going on. But for how long are you going to remain on the ground?
For as long as it takes me to heal, I guess.
How do you expect to heal when you keep dining with the same things that cost you pain? You need to get your shit together. The world is not waiting for you.
What's the last thing he said to you before he died?
Memories of his last days aren't clear anymore.
Could it be that you're just trying to block it all out?
Would that be wrong?
Well, we're going to talk about that later. You said his mother said some awful things to him.
Yes. She called him my wife. Can you imagine?
Why would she say that?
He didn't have a stable job. It wasn't working. But we're fine, really. I was just in control of things.
When did the rules change?
What do you mean?
When did you get in control of things?
Oh, that. I've always been the breadwinner. I've always made more than him, but it wasn't an issue. My husband wasn't the traditional gender role fanatic. We're fine.
It wasn't an issue, or he never mentioned it.
What did you think?
Perhaps his mother was his mouthpiece.
I respected him. I never made him feel less of himself. Everything that I had was his and vice versa.
Would he say the same thing if he was here with us?
Whose side are you on?
I clearly can't be on the side of a person that is not here.
So you do not believe me?
Let me ask you a question. Do you blame yourself for his death? Do you? I mean, do you feel you could have covered him?
They had me followed.
Why you followed?
I just knew I was being followed.
Your in-law?
My ex-in-laws. It first started when we had disagreement over the house. I bought that house. They can't take it away from me.
So the house is yours?
Yes!
I respect him. Whatever I own is his, whatever he owns is mine. Those are your words, Kemi.